Good morning. My name is Shweta and I am from computer department. Today I'll tell you about the introduction of the computer. Then what is computer? A computer is an electronic device that manipulates data or information. It has ability to store, retrieve and process the data, or we can say that a computer is a programmable electronic device that accept raw data, information, input and process it with a set of instructions to produce the result as an output. A computer was discovered by Charles Babbage. Computer has itself contained a full form that is stand for a common operated machine, particularly used for teaching, education and research. The functionalities of computer. First one is take data as input, store the data instructions in memory and use them when required, process the data and convert it into useful information, generate the output and control all the above four steps. The computer components. There are some basic components like input device and output device. The first one is input device. The device through which control signals are sent to a computer are termed as input device. These devices convert the input data into a digital form that is acceptable by the computer system. Some examples of input device are keyboard, mouse, barcode reader, joystick, touch code, touch panel, etc. Next is output device. The device that receive data from a computer system for display, physical production, etc. are called output device. These devices basically convert the digital information into human understandable form so that human can understand the output. For examples, projector, headphone, speakers. A printer is the most commonly used device to get the output, or we can say in the form of hard copy. Three types of commonly used printers are inkjet, laserjet and matrix. Examples of output device are monitor, printer, speaker, headphones, projectors, touchscreen, plotter and GPS. Now come to the computer memory. What is computer memory? A computer system needs memory to store the data and instructions for processing. Computer memory are of two types. First is primary memory and secondary memory. The primary memory is an essential component of computer system. Programs and data are loaded into computer primary memory for processing. The CPU interacts directly with the primary memory to perform read or write operations. It is of two types. First is RAM, that is stand for random access memory, and the second one is ROM, that is read only memory. In RAM, that is random access memory, is volatile memory. That is, as long as the power is supplied to the computer, it retains the data in it. But as the power supply is cut off, all the content of RAM are wiped out. It is used to store data temporarily while computer is working. Whenever the computer is started or a software application is launched, the required program and data are first loaded into RAM for processing. As RAM is the main memory, it is faster than the secondary memory and storage device. The second is ROM, that is read only memory, and ROM is non-volatile, which means the content whatever we do are not lost even when the power supply is cut off in this type of memory. It is used as a small but are the faster permanent storage for the content which are rarely changed. Our ROM stores such instructions which are necessary for the computer to get required to get start the computer. This operation is referred to as bootstrap. ROM chip are not only used in the computer, but we use ROM chip in some other electronic devices. Examples like washing machine, microwave ovens, etc. Cache memory. A RAM is faster than a storage device, but not as fast as the computer processor. So Because of RAM, a CPU may have to slow down to speed up the operation of the CPU. A very high speed memory is placed between the CPU and the primary memory that we call a cache memory, so that our processor process the data faster with the help of cache memory. Next, come to the different types of memory. Primary memory contain two type of memory, that is RAM and ROM. We discuss it now. RAM is out of two type, that is static and dynamic RAM. Next come to the ROM. ROM is of three type: EROM, PROM and EEPROM. First is PROM. PROM stand for the programmable read-only memory. PROM is read-only memory that can be modified only once by a user. It is a type of non-volatile memory. This means that once data has been written to the computer, it cannot be erased. PROM is used to store the program for microcontrollers and other electronic digital devices. Second is EPROM, that is stand for erasable programmable read-only memory. EPROM is memory that does not lose its data even when the power supply is cut off. The data can be erased and the chip can be reprogrammed electrically by shining an intense ultraviolet light through a window designed into a memory chip. Examples are compact flash, smart memory, memory stick, etc. The next is EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. EPROM is programmed and erased electrically. It can be erased and reprogrammed about 10,000 times. Both erasing and reprogramming take about 4 to 10 milliseconds. EPROM can be erased one byte at a time rather than erasing the entire chip. Hence, the processor of the reprogramming is flexible but slow. 1 byte is equal to 8 bit. Now come to the RAM. RAM is stated as two type of RAM, SRAM and DRAM. The first is static random access memory. In this type of RAM, data is stored using the state of 6 transistors memory cell. SRAM is mostly used as a cache memory for the processor. The second is DRAM, that is dynamically random access memory, which allow you to store the data bit by bit in a separate capacitor within a specific integrated circuit. DRAM is standard computer memory of the modern desktop computer. The difference between SRAM and DRAM is SRAM store the data as long as the power supply of the computer is in the on state, whereas on the other hand DRAM store the data for a very short time, for few milliseconds, before losing the data even when the power supply might be in on stage. SRAM is higher speed compared to DRAM, whereas DRAM has a lower speed as compared to SRAM. SRAM is expensive, whereas DRAM is cheaper. SRAM does not require a refreshing circuit, but DRAM required a refreshing circuit. SRAM store bit as a voltage, but DRAM store bit as a charger. SRAM has a less storage capacity, whereas DRAM has a more storage capacity. Thank you.